Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video in which we are going to learn about conditional expressions in Java programming. So guys, this is one of the alternatives to the if-else statement that we have seen previously. So the format is in this way. So we provide a condition first based on the relational operators that we have seen previously, and based on the condition a particular expression will get executed. So as you can see, this is the format. After the condition we can provide a question mark followed by the expression 1. So guys, what will happen is, if the condition is true, then this expression 1 will get executed, or else if the condition is false, then this expression 2 will get executed. So this is the else part over here, which is expression 2, and this is the if part, that is expression 1, and in between we have a colon over here. So guys, let us understand this with the help of examples. So as we can see over here, I'll just clear the previous code. So what we will do is, we will define a number, that is a number variable, and it is 10. And then guys, what we will do is, let us define a string over here where we will save the outcome, and then we will give the name as a result, and over here the condition that we will put is number greater than 5. So this is the condition, in which case yes, number is greater than 5. That's because number is 10 over here. And then after this condition, based on the conditional expression format, we have the question mark followed by the expression 1. So in this case we have yes, that is a string, that yes, the number is greater than 5, and if the number is not greater than 5, then after the colon we will have another statement as no. So these are the strings that will get stored in this result variable. So guys, what is happening over here is, number is being checked, and if it is greater than 5, then yes will be returned and it will be stored in this result, or else no will be returned and it will be stored in the result. So guys, what we will do is, we will print this statement over here. So result is, and then we have the result variable over here, that is result. So let me save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, result is yes. That is because, is number greater than 5 in this case? Yes, in this case, since the number value is 10 over here. So yes is getting stored in this result, and this result we are printing over here as result is yes. Now let us change the value in such a way that this condition becomes false. So what I will do over here is, I will set the number as 4. So is 4 greater than 5? No, in this case. So this no string should get returned to this result variable. Let me save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, result is no. And guys, in this way we can easily use the conditional expression wherever there is a single string or a single result to be stored in a particular variable, instead of a if-else statement. Guys, there is another way to print this result over here. So instead of storing the result in this result variable, what I will do is, I will remove this statement and I will put this conditional expression over here. I'll just cut this and paste this over here. So inside this print statement also we can have the conditional expression. So what this will do is, it will just return yes or no in this case, based on the condition whether it is true or false. Let me save this file and try running this code over here. So is number greater than 5 in this case? The value of number is 4 currently. So yes, 4 is not greater than 5 over here. So no will get printed. Now let me change the value in such a way the condition will get satisfied. So number is 6 over here. So number 6 greater than 5, yes. So this yes should be returned and it will be printed. Let me save this file and try running this code. So as we can see, yes is getting printed over here, and in this way we can easily use this conditional expression instead of if-else statement if the return type is a single expression. So guys, that's it in this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. The next video that we are going to talk about is for loop in Java programming. So stay tuned.